Welcome to Part-Time Thrills. Tonight's short story, Merry Krampus. 'Twas the night of old Krampus, with the townsfolk clinking beers. Every soul was out and stirring about, filled with holiday cheer.
Among the crowd were four best friends who could hardly read. Their families had taken a trip together from overseas.
Come on, Gigi, you're falling behind.
Do you think they're gonna have the new Sigma Man figure here?
They landed in this here yuletide ski lodge up in the mountainous area. Why, I believe the region was none other than Bavaria.
Tann was the eldest, with Gigi as his younger brother. With them were Gigi's friends, who would never leave each other.
Tann, do you think Mom and Dad will still get us the Sigma Man figure?
I don't know, Gigi. I'm hoping they will, because they haven't really been too present in our lives recently, so they might think that by buying us expensive things, it'll help fill the void left behind because of a lack of familial connection.
What does that even mean?
Fernie was a coward with a heart of gold. But, to be fair, he was much braver than most kids at just 8 years old.
I don't know, Fernie, but it sounds like a maybe to me. It would be so cool to get the European Sigma Man figure. I heard he comes with a mini mug of coffee and a cigarette, which is like apparently a classic European breakfast or something.
Wow, that's so cool.
Last but not least was Hernan the Wise. Out of the group, he seemed to know the most, but tonight would be a surprise.
Now, Tann and Gigi's mother and father were going through a bit of a rough patch. They would not stop arguing with each other, not even for a quick little back scratch.
Look, I don't know.
Hernan's parents were a same-sex couple who lived, laughed, and loved very well. They both had a tough hide and had dealt with assholes claiming they came from hell.
Fernie's mother and father were also here and should be back soon. They didn't say much and, often snuck away to their room.
Where'd me mom and dad go?
I think they went back to clean the room. My dads were telling me that your parents are very freaky when it comes to I think making sure the hotel room is clean or getting dirty or something.
It's the only way I
right.
can be around you guys. You understand that? Stop. I said that 5 minutes ago.
Kids, why don't you go over to the shops over there while the grown-ups have some cider?
Yes, go take a look, explore, have fun, but be safe. Okay, thanks, Dads. I love you.
Love
you. Love you, Mom and Dad.
Tann and Gigi's parents had already made their way to the cider tent. To the dad in particular, money paid for booze was well spent.
The four boys made their way around the snow-dusted streets as flakes of the stuff fell from the night sky. Each one sparkled like the hope and dreams in the twinkle of a child's eye.
In the middle of the large village, guests gathered to skate and sing for free, and in the very center of it was a beautifully decorated 30-foot-tall Christmas tree.
Hernan and the lads looked up in pure amazement.
And breathed in the fresh scent of the blue spruce.
Everything was perfect with its placement.
Right down to the branches droop. Wow, this might be the best Christmas ever!
Yes!
For the next 10 minutes, the boys frolicked and played around. Snowballs flew from everywhere, hitting and rolling. Why, it even knocked some of them upside down.
The ecstasy was pure and lasted for some time, until the boys ran and took a wrong turn, now standing before a store in an alleyway where one might commit a crime.
Where are we?
I don't know, but this place looks scarier than where we were before.
So strange. It's almost like a whole different country.
Claw. I think it's called the Crooked Claw.
Should we go inside?
Just then, Hernan noticed a dark figure hanging about and looking shady.
This couldn't have been a person, no way. Did it have horns? Hernan thought he must have been going crazy.
The interior of the shop was decrepit and old. Multiple jars littered the store shelves, holding creatures and potentially treasures untold.
Hello?
Guten Nacht? Just then, Hernan's footsteps and something clatters with a slight gleam. Could it be? Yes, it was. It was the new European edition Sigma Man figurine. Yes.
Against his better judgment, Hernan's eyes dart around like two rockets. When he doesn't see the shopkeeper nearby, why, he puts the toy right in his deepest pocket.
Who even buys this stuff?
I don't know, but it's wicked and sickening at the same time.
Yeah, I feel like I might spray a protein spill. Just then, someone shuffles.
Before them stands a tall old man, hand open and extending some chocolate truffles.
Why, good evening, little children. Would you like a chocolate?
The boys were shocked and had quite the scare. Even worse, and among the truffles, was what looked like human hair. No, I think we're good.
What brings 4 good boys into my unique store?
The shopkeeper's eye twitches.
It almost looks like it glitches.
Oh, Nan, you've all been very naughty, haven't you?
What? No.
I've been good, I swear.
Yeah, seriously.
Is it because I'm adopted?
I know what? No, that has nothing to do with it. How would I have known that?
I guess that's true.
The door slams shut, and there stands the shady figure from the alley.
His horns tower high, and his clothes are shabby.
Do you know what day it is?
December 5th?
Well, yes, but this is the day that Krampus makes his runs.
Krampus?
Who's that?
You don't know Krampus?
Yeah, that was the implication.
Think of Santa Claus.
Oh.
But as a demon instead!
The boys, here in the creek, slowly turn to face whatever is behind. There they see Krampus, someone they were hoping to never find.
The 7-foot-tall figure slowly crouches down to a perch. From the basket on his hunched and cloaked back, he pulls out a switch made of birch.
Oh, he's going to beat you with his stick and take you to hell in his basket for being such naughty little boys!
Your scent, you lying little brats!
The situation is hopeless.
The energy is dying,
All 4 boys are now in distress.
with Krampus's eyes glowing of hellfire.
They were cornered and their choices dropped to 1.
The boys shakily look at each other, left with their only option. Run!
The boys quickly turn back and run deeper into the store.
They charge into a dark fireplace and break on through.
They find themselves at the peak of the mountain, and they can see their village far below for sure.
How they got here, no one knew.
Is that the launch?
Oh no.
It's gonna take forever to get down.
Behind them, Krampus enters the scene, towering above the kids like a genuine fiend.
Last chance, mine little kinder. Time to confess or take the heat.
You hate me because my dads are gay.
That's not a reason either, little one. You're wise. Confess, and all of this can be over.
What is he talking about, Hernan?
Hernan looks at the terrified eyes of his friends and touches the hidden toy. Was it really worth it? Would this really bring that much joy?
I don't know, I'm a good kid.
In a quick decision coming from a place of greed, Hernan turns and sprints, leaving his friends to probably bleed.
Hernan!
The towering Krampus steps up to Gigi, who looks up in terror.
Please, Mr. Krampus, I will admit to all of my errors.
Tann steps up, cowering with fright.
When I was 6, I broke Gigi's nightlight. I did it on purpose and I lied.
Good. Good. What about you, Fernie?
Fernie wipes his tears and takes a deep breath. I'm the one who clogged the toilet.
What?
At my school, I had to go really bad, so I went, and after I was done, I had to use 2 rolls of paper. The toilet clogged and I blamed it on Jimmy, and now people call him shitty. And it's all because of me. He gets bullied relentlessly because of me. I'm sorry.
Wow. That's a bit messed up. but thanks for coming forth and telling me.
That's kind of messed up, but he said what he said.
A few weeks ago, I swapped my sheets with Tann without him knowing. After I wet the bed.
No!
Gross. Okay, you kids are good to go.
What? That's it?
I think I've scared the shiza out of you boys enough, and you've been punished. You're free to go.
What about Hernan?
He will get beat and punished by me and my switch. And if he doesn't admit to all of his wrongdoings, I lock him away in my basket for eternity.
The boys look at each other despite being set free. The words that come next are from none other than Gigi.
Mr. Krampus, so, punish us. Hernan's our best friend, and we can't have him be locked in your basket forever.
Yeah, hit those two for Hernan instead.
Krampus was here to prey on those who loathe and lie. A demonic creature dressed in butchered sheep's hides.
But this request was so selfless and extreme, why the mighty old Krampus had a single tear stream.
That's very noble of you. But he will pay the price for his actions. Step back through the fireplace. I'll only punish him by switch and not by basket.
The boys reluctantly walk through the fireplace as told, hoping that Krampus will keep true to his word.
Hernan's fate would be up to him and the weight he holds, and the lines between right and wrong would not be blurred.
Back at the mountaintop, Hernan finds himself in front of a snowy hedge maze.
The roar of Krampus can be heard not far behind as the predator begins his chase.
What have I done? I left my friends behind to be torn apart by a Christmas demon. And all for what? A Sigma Man figure? Limited European edition? I'm horrible and deserve to die.
In a sudden and shocking change of heart, Hernan drops the toy and it falls apart.
Krampus stands behind him and beholds the decision. The boy had dropped the toy he stole, but Krampus still had his mission.
So, was it worth it?
No, not at all. I got so caught up in the consumerist ideologies of Christmas and how this capitalist society has completely distorted the spirit of the holidays to benefit them and their morally corrupt corporations that I left my friends to be killed by you. And I thought you were the monster.
Hernan turns to face Krampus and looks him in the eyes. At only 8 years old, he's very accepting of his upcoming demise.
I'm sorry, Mr. Krampus. I'm sorry I made this hard. And I'm sorry that I stole the shitty toy. And I'm sorry that my friends are dead because of me.
You know that I have to punish you, right?
Yes.
And you know that lying to me and running was wrong, right?
Yes.
Krampus winds back hard and swings his birch switch.
Though Hernan did the right thing, it still stung like a bitch.
Your friends are very kind. They offered to take your punishment for you, so that I don't lock you away in my basket for all of eternity.
They're the best. I'm very grateful for them. And will note that home is wherever they are. And as long as I'm with my family and my friends during the holidays, I don't need anything else. Especially shitty corporate toys and gizmos.
I feel that you've been punished enough, so I'm not going to hit you with the other 9 smacks I was planning on doing. Go back to the fireplace in the mountain. Your friends are waiting for you.
Hernan's grief turns to joy as he steps up to Krampus in true protagonist style. Why, he even hugs the demonic figure, which makes him feel warm, and they share a smile.
Hernan walks back up the mountain and waves goodbye. Krampus waves back and demonically barks at the night sky.
Hernan steps through the fireplace to find his friends who worry. He hugs them, and they quickly scurry.
The boys reunite with their families in the village in the cold, and they all hug each other tight. Merry Krampus to all.
And to all, a good night.
Thank you for joining tonight's programming.
Oi, oi, oi. What a tough nacht.
Ho, ho,
ho, ho. Lots of kids to punish?
Kind of, but they all got the spirit of Christmas down pat. It's not about the expensive things we buy for each other, and as a matter of fact, that should be a very small part of it. People get lost.
I'm gonna stop you right there, Krampusy. People spend their money because this one season of the year is enough to get the rich richer and the poor poorer. Nobody really cares about Christmas, right? Everyone cares about gifts, and money keeps the world turning, boy.
But, Santa, Mr. Claus, I don't understand. Isn't Christmas about being together?
Hell no! It's about keeping the natural order. So know your place and punish the kids like it's your job and make sure people buy, even if they don't have the money. Because things can never change. And if they do, we up top lose.